Today we are going to start a new chapter, sound. You know that without the sound or without the sound getting produced, we can't communicate to each other. Even the animals or the human beings, everybody produces sound to communicate to each other. How the sound is produced and how the sound gets propagated or how it moves from one medium to another medium, that is called as propagation. Then what are the properties of sound, then the wave nature of sound, and how we are able to hear the sound. These are the learning objectives we are going to go through this lesson. And next comes the, as usual, the noise pollution. Okay, so recently only one noise pollution was over for by cracking the crackers for the Diwali. So now introduction, sound. So there should be a medium for propagation of the sound. From one medium to another medium, we need something to carry this sound. You must have heard when the thunders are there during the rainy season, the sound we can hear, the music, then the noises, everything. There is a propagation from one medium to the another medium. From a very long distance, it is propagated through air and reaches our ears, and like that we are hearing the sound. Some sounds will be very good, some sound will be irritable. So now we are going to go for how the production of sound takes place. The sound is produced when an object is said to vibrate. So when a object is vibrated, only the sound is produced. So what is vibration? Vibration means a rapid to and fro motion of a particle. It moves very fast. You know, nowadays now you are using for the online classes the mobiles. When we are keeping the vibration mode, your mobile will move, isn't it? So that is the particles moving to and fro. It's called as vibration. Because of this vibration only the sound is produced. And from one medium to another medium, the sound is transmitted. Through which medium it is transmitted, that substance through which the sound is transmitted is called as the medium. Okay, the substance through which the sound is transmitted is called as medium. Sound moves through a medium from a point of generation to the listener. Listener means who listens the sound. Generation means where the sound is produced. For example, they have given in activity 1, take a tray of an empty matchbox and stretch a rubber band around it along its length and plug the stretched rubber band with the index finger. You will hear the sound. You used to keep 2-3 scales, plastic scales, and we'll put tightly the rubber band. When we plug with our hands, we can hear the sound. So this is will be a feeble sound, or the sound produced by the instruments, or sound produced by the birds, or everything. How the sound is produced. Sometimes it will be very good to hear, sometimes it will be very irritable for the ears. So if that vibration stops, the sound will get stopped. In the activity 2, they have shown one boy hitting a vessel and making sound with hitting a vessel with a stick and making the sound. So in the case of the previous one, the rubber band was put it very tightly. Here no need of putting it very tightly or nothing. By hitting the vessel itself, the sound is produced. So how this sound, both the cases the sound is produced by the vibration. In case of vibration, it can be for touching the pan, how the stick is going and hitting the pan and the sound is produced, and the vibration is visible. We can see the vibration. The same thing, a plate heated with a spoon. This all the sound is produced by the vibration. So how the sound is produced? So for that they are giving one example. If we keep a mobile phone or inside a bell jar, you see in the picture, it's a bell jar where there is no air in it. So switch on the music in the mobile phone and place it in a jar. Okay, and see how it is placed inside the jar. Now pump out the air from the bell jar. We have to remove the whole air inside that. It will become empty, or it will become vacuum. As more and more air is removed from the jar, the sound from the mobile phone becomes feeble, because from that what they are going us to show that it needs a medium for propagation. It needs something to transfer that sound. So when the from the bell jar, when the air is removed, the sound is not heard from the mobile phone. Slowly when the air is removed or pumped out, the sound from the mobile phone becomes feeble. Feeble means it is not so clear. So sound travels in water and solids also. Sound can travel in air as well as it travels in water and solids also. But it cannot travel in vacuum. Vacuum means empty space where there is no air. The speed of the sound is more in solids than in the liquids. So in the solids, the speed of the sound is more than compared to the liquids. Thomas Alva Edison in 1877 invented the phonograph, a device that played the recorded sound. So Thomas Alva Edison made an instrument called as phonograph that played the recorded sound, that will play the recorded sound. Now activity 5, they have told us, take 2 stones and strike them together and listen to the sound produced by them. Now take the stones under water and strike them. You will find that the sound produced by the stones under water is feeble and not very clear. So we already in the previous paragraph we told the sound will travel very speed in the solids and very slow in the liquid. So when 2 stones are struck, for that they are given the example. On the land it can be heard the sound. When it is under the water, the sound is become feeble. The speed of the sound is distance traveled by sound in 1 second. So what is the speed of the sound? The speed of the sound is the distance traveled by the sound in 1 second. It is denoted by V, and its expression is V is equal to N delta, where N is the frequency and delta is the wavelength. So this is the how for the problems we have to calculate the speed of the sound. V is equal to N delta. N is the frequency and delta is the wavelength. More to know, wavelength is the distance between 2 consecutive particles which are in the same phase of vibration. It is denoted by the Greek letter lambda. The unit of wavelength is meter. So it's not delta, sorry, it is lambda. Frequency is the number of vibration of a particle in the medium in 1 second. It is denoted by N. The unit of frequency is hertz. So the unit of frequency is hertz, and the wavelength is denoted by lambda. So what is frequency and what is wavelength? It is a 2-mark question. Okay. Now then goes the problem 1, how to calculate the sound has a frequency of 50 Hz and a wavelength of 10 meter. What is the speed of the sound? So N is equal to 50 Hz and lambda is equal to 10 m. So V is equal to N into N lambda. So V is equal to 50 into 10 is 500 meter per second. Okay. So this is the problem. First problem they have explained. So how to calculate the sound or the frequency? We have to use that. The speed of the sound depends on the properties of the medium through which it travels, like temperature, pressure and humidity. In any medium, as the temperature increases, the speed of the sound also increases. So in any medium, whether it is a temperature, pressure, when the temperature increases, the speed of the sound also increases. For example, the speed of the sound in air is 331 meter per second at 0 degree and 344 meter per second at 22 degrees Celsius. So the speed of the sound at a particular temperature in various medium is listed. So when the temperature increases, the speed of the sound also increases. So solids, it is given as aluminium 6420, in steel is 5960, iron 5950, in liquid seawater 1530, distilled water 1498, in gases hydrogen 1284 and oxygen 316. So in various solids, what is the speed of the sound, it is calculated and given to us. Now next is more to know. The amount of water vapor present in the air is known as humidity. During the rainy season or you will feel that humidity, or during the winter season. So how much of the water vapor content is there in the air is called as humidity. It is less during winter and more during summer. So the humidity will be more during the summer season and less during the winter season. Winter season because of the dryness. The speed of the sound increases with increase in humidity. So the speed of the sound increases with the increase in humidity. This is because the density of the air decreases with increase in humidity. This is a give reason question. Why is the speed of the sound increases with increase in humidity? The answer is this is because the density of the air decreases with increase in humidity. Okay, that is a give reason question. So during the winter season, the humidity will be less and more during the summer season. Okay, and the speed of the, because of why it is so, because the density of air decreases with the increase in humidity. We saw that sound travels in different medium with different speed. Now let us see how it travels in a medium. When a body vibrates, the particle of the medium in contact with the vibrating body is first displaced from its equilibrium position. It then exerts a force on the adjacent particle. The process continues in the medium till the sound reaches the ear of the person. So when a body vibrates, when it starts vibrating, the particle in the medium in contact with the vibrating medium is first displaced from its equilibrium position. So when it is in equilibrium position, the object which is in contact with that vibrating object, it will get what? It will get displaced, it will get move away from its equilibrium position. From the phase of stability, it will move away. The process continues to the medium till the sound reaches the ears of the person. Okay. In order to understand this, let us consider a vibrating tuning fork. When a vibrating tuning fork moves forward, it pushes and compresses the air in front of it. It pushes the air also and the air in front of it. See, this is the tuning fork. This U-shaped thing is called as tuning fork. When we are hitting that, the air which is in contact near to that, it will keep moving. This region is called as compression. So where the air is in contact with the tuning fork, when it starts vibrating, it air in front of it creating a pressure. What will happen to a region of high pressure? It moves. This region is called as compression C. When it moves backward, it creates a region of low pressure called as rarefaction. So what is compression and what is rarefaction? These compressions and rarefactions produces the sound wave which propagates through the medium. So these both rarefaction and compression produce a sound waves which propagates through the medium. So we'll stop here. The sound waves we can go for the next class. Thank you, students.